Hello and welcome to wenll's guide to defeating the first trio boss in Terrace as a hunter. So basically you're going to start out, you can actually there's three ways you can do this, but normally we go this route where you start out killing Elder Regel first. Basically what you want to do is, there's a couple abilities, Light Prism. If that goes on you, just make sure you're 8 yards away from anyone else. Other than that, just kind of stay around the middle and DPS Elder Regel. Your job as a hunter will basically be, the only thing you really have to look out for while you're killing the first dude is just try to interrupt the spells he does as best you can. So just do your best to interrupt the spells and DPS, and then if you get lightning prism on you, make sure you're 8 yards away from everyone so that when it goes off it doesn't stun or damage other people. Otherwise just stay in the middle and go la 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 la. Once he's dead, you'll go to Elder Asani, Elder Asani. Basically, for what you want to do with him is you want to interrupt his water bolt as best you can. The other thing that happens is he does a corrupted water in the center, and when that comes out, you want to kill it immediately because it gives everyone, as long as you're in the center, when you kill it, it'll give everyone there a haste buff. It appears as a debuff, but it's basically a haste buff, so you get hero essentially every time that goes off or you kill it and you're in the center. So you want to be in the center when you kill it, and you want to interrupt the water bolts, and obviously you want to switch and kill it ASAP, and then just go back to Elder Asani, go back to interrupting his water bolts whenever you can. So corrupted water spawn, DPS it down, get a little mini hero buff for 20 seconds, go back to Elder Asani. And that's basically all you're doing for the second guy. This is actually a pretty easy fight for hunters. There's not a lot of moving around, not a lot of mechanics to look out for compared to some of the other bosses, so just keep DPSing, keep interrupting water bolts, and switch to the corrupted water in the center. Once he's defeated, you'll go on to the last guy. And there's not really anything you have to look out for on the last guy. Basically what he does is he does a very large AoE occasionally. Expel Corruption, I believe it's called. Yeah, right there. You can see this little wind thing from where he was. So basically what everyone else does is they all bring him out of that very quickly and then proceed to DPS him down. But pretty much as long as you're trying to stay more towards the center, you might have to move a little bit left or right depending on where they're moving the boss, but for the most part you should never actually get hit by the Expel Corruption yourself, that giant wind circle. So you just make sure you're not standing in that when it goes off, and make sure you get out of it if you are. Which I think I was right on the edge there, but I mean, as long as you stay at range though, you should be relatively fine. So The main thing is you just want to DPS him down very quickly so that you don't run out of room, because eventually he'll drop enough of those that the entire room will be covered and you just won't have anywhere to go. So the other thing you might want to look out for too is he drops a little puddle kind of around him that does damage if you're standing in it. You personally don't have to look out for it since you're ranged, obviously, but just make sure, watch out for your pet. Your pet might, depending on where they're tanking them, your pet might be standing right on top of it. So you might have to make sure you pop men pet as well. But aside from popping men pet, if your pet's getting low and watching for your pet's health on that, it's pretty easy. You just kind of stand at range and go pew pew pew. Alright, so I hope you found this guide helpful, and thanks for watching.